Hi, I'm Thunder Jack. Welcome to my vlog. We're going to be talking about a couple comic books from Marvel today, and they're both What If comics featuring Donald Duck, and they're fun reads. The thing that I learned about them recently is before they were released, Marvel did a tribute to Carl Banks, who drew a lot of the Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck comics back in the 50s and 60s. And they did a tribute to that one, to Carl Banks, not too long ago in the form of Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dive, which is kind of a mashup between Uncle Scrooge comics and the Infinity Stones from Marvel Comics. So it was a fun read and cool, but these are also a lot more fun and also on the rack. The first one is What If Donald Duck Became Wolverine? And this is a classic Wolverine pose with Donald Duck as the character. And in this one, we get Donald Duck who's relaxing, and we have Pete is Red Skull. They're calling him Red Pete. The artwork is great, and the story is fine. We get Donald Duck, of course, as Wolverine, but we also get Mickey Mouse as Hawkeye, as you can see right here. And we also get Goofy as, believe it or not, the Hulk. And so it's a fun adventure. They get to go off and battle Red Pete and the Beagle Boys to recover all the artifacts that the superheroes use to beat the criminals. And it's a fun little adventure. Artwork is great. I'll put the creator credits into the description below, and there's also some fun follow-up stuff. And then we found out, guess what? We got Donald Duck becomes Thor. I found out about this by Lark earlier on, before the Infinity Dime adventure came out, because Walt Simonson had put the pencils on his Twitter X feed. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I wonder why he's doing that. Well, now we know. This is a classic Beta Ray Bill pose as Thor, but this time it's Donald Duck. And no, he's not Beta Ray Bill. He is Thor. And it's a homage to the first appearance of Thor back in Journey into Mystery '83. In fact, they have in here the cover pencils that they were proposing for a homage. And the story has Donald Duck taking his nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, to get a woodchuck badge in archaeology, and they're looking for Norse artifacts in somewhere in the Scandinavian world, and the same rock critters, except they look more like ducks, show up, turning everything into stone so they can gobble them up. And of course, Donald finds the cudgel that turns him into Thor, and the rest is history. Again, the artwork is great. It's a great story tribute to Thor and Donald Duck. It's just a good read, and I really enjoyed reading it. And I found out that, yes, they are going to do more of these. For instance, they've got Minnie Mouse as Captain Marvel due out sometime. I've asked my dealer to put a copy aside for me because I do want to get that. And it's a lot of fun. In fact, I got to say this about Thor, Walt Simonson, and Donald Duck. When I got hooked, and I knew Thor from the comic books with the Avengers and some other comics where he would interact with other superheroes. But it wasn't until Beta Ray Bill appeared in Thor 337 with Walt Simonson taking the helm for that series for the next 3 years that I actually got hooked on Thor. And they were all great reads and well worth it. And if you haven't read that sequence of Thor, where we get Beta Ray Bill for the first time, they are on Marvel Unlimited, so you can look that up and see if you can find them there and read them there, which is what I've done recently. We'll talk about that sometime in the future. So that's about it for this time around. Appreciate you tuning in to my vlog, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.